Hey, here with some more crochet updates. What else? Captain's vlog. Prepared. You hear me? Prepared. Book wise and crochet wise for next month. For next month, I've been preparing for next month today. Like what? What? On purpose. On purpose. Okay. I did not wait. I was already feeling like the month was changing. Uh, what was that? Because I said it during the live stream. That was either yesterday's live stream or the day before live stream. I was already feeling, or maybe even before that, I was already feeling like, wow, the months changed. And then I thought it kind of felt like I was in the middle of the month, but it felt like the month was about to change. Yeah. So, word. Okay. So here I am. I'm here. The book on the screen is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. And the other, uh, for viewing purposes only, it's at the moment it's one of my favorite cereals, if not my favorite. One of my favorite. My absolute most favorite. Okay, there it is. um and my book club. My no, not my book club. My book front shop, courtesy of bookshop.org. You can get this book here on the screen via uh, through my affiliate link. This is my affiliate link to said shoppery. Okay. So this is a book brought to you through me. Okay. Let's sit in front of this cafe as we talk about the bookshop. I think that's the next book as well. A lot of things popping off. Uh, um, Repeat Crafter Me is posting and sharing. I did go ahead and finish off that hat that I was working on, the Granny Square beanie. I finished that off yesterday. Also, yesterday was National Coffee Day. Who had a sip of that? Who indulged? Who had a sip of a cup of coffee yesterday to commemorate the auspicious occasion? Repeat After Me has asked if there needs to be a book club for crocheters. So let her know what your answer is on her post for this book right here. Well, not for this book right here, but she said that she just got the book. Let me make sure I'm live. Okay. Okay, so she said she's starting to read the book. I don't know what date that was, but I just let her know that I did just finish this, and book clubs can be fun, and that I finished the Granny Square beanie that she shares how to create, and her beautiful pictures. She shares the yarns that she uses. The colors that she uses are so gorgeous. You hear me, darling? Like she has the winter colors, the autumn colors, and I think she said the everyday colors. So you can go check that out. You can read her blog post. I think it's a blog post. I read it. Yes, I did. And that's how come I know like the colors that she used, because I was reading the blog uh, post and her steps that she created and why she's creating it and the joy she's getting to create it and all those things. So I did enjoy that post. Uh, yes. Okay. So quite excited to share that. I did share my image of uh, the photo. I took a couple of photos of the beanie that I made. So I did share that. I did set up a photo booth so that I can share some things. However, soon I may have to take my photo booth down. I'm trying to think on my head if I might have something else that I can utilize for uh, another photo booth background. Right now, I'm using a uh, something that I need to use for something else. So I'm gonna have to replace that. Get something else to be my background, or either another some of what I'm using. So yeah, I'm using a big garbage bag for my background. But I need my garbage bag for my garbage. So I'm gonna have to switch that out soon. Uh, I'm gonna be working on a top. I did share the top, uh, and I did share where I got it from. So if you up to date with all the treats and goodies that I've been putting in the chats, then you see what I be about and what I'm up to. So yeah, I am. I got my crochet hook in hand. I got my yarn at my side. I'll be using this. I think it's purple. Uh, let's see if we can get it. Get it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna be utilizing this along with some black. I don't know how much black I have. I I'm not sure it's a whole skein. It is out of skein form. I don't know exactly how or why. Um, that is something I was making a while ago. Okay, here's my black. Okay, I got it. It. Here's my black right here, and it's looking mighty mighty morphin. Okay, it done morphed into this um, creation here. Okay, so that's the black I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be working with this and the purple. Um, for my top, I'm gonna be making. I think it's called a Beetlejuice top. I'm not exactly sure the name, but that is the inspiration. But okay, so she calls it that. My brain, when I saw it, I had already had in my brain that I was going to make some Wednesday stuff, some Wednesday inspired. Because when I saw Wednesday and saw the purple and black and the gray and black, I gravitated to that. So I'll be making purple and black. She's created white and black. So I'll be working with gray and black, and she has a couple of other colors that she's working with. One of the colors I do not have at all. That I know of. And okay, so she's got white, black, purple, and like a slime green, neon green. I don't know what the green called. Neon, slime, Halloween green. Um, my green is the reason why I said not that I know of is because I do have a green, but I got a green. I got a piece of a green. I got two. I got some green, like grass green, like summertime green, like dark green, and I have a skein of ombre green. I think it's called apple green. That I would like to make another top with. Um, the top that I made this past summer, I would like to make that in green and with a smaller hook. So maybe I was thinking I could use black, purple. I don't have any white. So I'm using the things I have. Okay. So with the beanie, with the granny square beanie hat, I didn't have a fox fur pom pom. So I made a bun pom pom. I made a bun hat. So I'm working with what I got. Okay, like create. Okay, we're creating. I do have some metallic yarn that could maybe work with my um Lord have mercy, what am I talking about? I got some metallic gray yarn. Okay, because she's using 4 colors. I'm sitting here trying to think of my 4 colors on the spot. I only had 2 when I started this live stream. I only had 2 in mind. I'm coming up with the other 2. My metallic gray, and I do have some pink that I was working with another project. Or I do have this. This is a peach or orange, but it's not a orange. It's not a dark orange, it's a soft orange. Like it's like the inside of a sweet potato orange. So I do have this sitting in front of me. It is a different weight. So depending on what it's for, I can utilize it for the project. But yeah, it's a very thin weight. It might be a 3. It might be a 3 or a very small 4 weight. Um, so yeah, I just thought of this instead of using that pink that I do have for the skirt that I was working on this summer. So I got this. So this would go good with the purple and black. I do like purple and black and orange, so that'll tie good with that. Because I didn't look at her whole video yet because the video for the top is very intermediate. It's like, okay, do this, do this, do this. You got this. If you don't have this, go to my other videos. I'm translating, okay? That's not what she said. That's the intermediate translation that I hear when I was reading a intermediate pattern. That's what the intermediate pattern sound like to me. It sound like, go ahead, you got this. You know what you're doing. So yeah, I'm there. I've graduated to intermediate. Yay! So yeah, because I know the steps that she's doing, and I just got the first part and figured I'd start with that and then go back and watch her videos. So when I'm following a tutorial, I watch it several times, sometimes all the way through, which I almost thought I'd do that then, but I didn't, because I figured I'd come on here and chat it up with you all and maybe even start the part that I know of from the video, because I do know the first few steps. So yeah, here we are. This is my September read. This is the book that I read for this month. I thought I read, well, maybe I finished reading, but I thought I read Halloween, the Old Myers Place in September, but maybe I started it in August and maybe I finished it in September. I'm not exactly sure, because I went to go and look at my book, my book platforms, and I had forgotten to mark it finished when I finished reading it. And I saw also that there was another book that I had finished and I had forgotten to mark it finished as well. So, oops, there was a couple of books that I have now marked finished that wasn't marked finished before now. One platform says I only have 42 books read for this year, and I'm like, what the heck? I know I've read more. So I didn't actually say what the heck. I mean, I was like kind of looking at what the heck, because I'm like, wow, that meter hadn't moved. Like, it's been at 42 for a while now. But on another platform, it says I have read 52 books this year. I do have a book challenge up and running. The number of books that that's my goal for reading this this year is 69. Why did I choose 69? Because I had 69 books on my shelf. I think that's where I got that number from. Have I read any of those books off my shelf? Probably not. Everything has been new reads for me, for the most part, and I'm enjoying it. This year must be my pick it up and read it year, okay? Because I've been enjoying picking it up and reading it. This book right here, yes, it has been on my TBR since last year. This whole series has several beautiful book covers. One for every season probably, and it's themed. Themed. They're themed by holidays, it seems, or something sweet and good. I don't know, but yeah. So this is on my TBR from last year. So I did pick this up and read it after seeing other people had picked it up to read it as well during this season. So I got my book to read this for this season. I already finished this yesterday. I finished reading it yesterday. We can talk about it if you like. It's not my book club read. I do have another book for my book club, and that is The Girl with All the Gifts. That's our book club read in my book club. Uh, anything else? Oh, so the seasons. The seasons. Sometimes you just need to put down your phone because no. Sometimes you need to just put down your phone, breathe, trust, let go, and so blah blah blah. I mean dot dot dot. Um. So this was going to be my seasonal creations here. See how that looks together. The the there it is. Okay. So this I'm about to start my seasonal crochet project. I'm about to start a seasonal crochet project. Um, I read a seasonal book and I've started the other book. I do have another book. I've started it. It's called, and I think I was correct. I think I was saying the name correctly. I was trying to tell you guys um, yesterday and the day before. I did have it correct. I wasn't sure, but I kept saying it correctly. And it's called Pumpkin Spice Pour, and I think it's and Pour All Over. Pour All Overs. POUR. Pour overs. Pour overs. Pumpkin spice pour overs. I think it's that. It's either pumpkin spice pour overs or pumpkin spice and pour overs. Something like that. It's by Elisa, Elise Kennedy. I did read the apple cider, no, apple cider and subterfuge last year. So when I saw that this was available, I got onto it. It's another pick it up and read it. That seems to be my thing this year, and I'm liking that. Um, so yeah, I started reading it. It's cute so far. I'm liking the aesthetics, and it's talking about a couple of the characters are looking into working at a bookstore. Mm. And I think the next book in this series of the book that's on the screen, it's talking about a bookstore as well. So that's going to be a running theme with a couple of the books uh, on my TBR. Also, I added Gilmore del Toro's The Shape of Water to my TBR. And I did get some books yesterday. I think yesterday and the day before I got some books, and I shared how I got my books the day before. So plenty of goodies and treats abound over here because I'm just handing them out. Okay. Um. So I got an idea of the books that I'll be reading this month. All right. So I got at least 2, possibly 3. I did add a scary book in there called Inkbound. Inkbound. I don't know who it's by though because there's a lot of Inkbound books by different people. The one I got says that it has different stories in it. and it's in a series, but it's a standalone book, and that I didn't need to read the book prior to get into this one. So I do like that. Sometimes I do be thinking like it doesn't matter in what order I read books. Sometimes I do think about that, and figure I could just jump in and then maybe read the other books later. Uh, so I added that. I do have that. So if anybody wants a scary book, they are available. Okay. So how are we doing here? Okay, great. I don't know. How did I do that? I don't know. How did I switch that? Oh, okay. Oh, is that better that way? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better that way. Okay. Okay, that's kind of, sort of, maybe a bit better. Let's try bringing this down. Okay, turning this way. Nope. This. Okay, there we go. That's my co-host there, if you can see it. All right. Let's try again. Okay, there we go. All right. What was I saying? I don't know. I'm saying stuff. Okay. Testing. Okay. Is that my head? Anything else? Oh, windows to the soul. Hadn't started on that yet. The yarn I was gonna use is in a beanie right now. Like it's in a granny square beanie. Um, this purple yarn might do though. This purple yarn, but yeah, I'm making a top with this first. So whatever's after that, then I'll combine with the Orchard Mist uh, from my granny square beanie and make the windows to the soul. Now, I would like to know what hat to add these ears to, um, because the tutorial that I watched added the ears to a hoodie, a hood. Now, do I make the hood? I was thinking I could just make the ears and then add them to hats. So I was looking to see how my granny square beanie messy bun hat looked with the bunny ears. Like, would that be cool to uh, add the bunny ears to the granny square beanie? Or would that be a lot? When I looked at it, I was like, it possibly very well may be a lot. But it's cool. It's cool. Cool. It's real cool. I don't know. If I think about it, I'll figure out who said cute like that. Oh, I think Jamie Foxx's character. Yes. Jamie Foxx's character. Um, Wanda says cute like that. Cute like it. Real cute. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's real cute. Um, it's all that and then some. Hey. Okay, so I was thinking either I'll add it to the granny square beanie, perhaps, maybe. I'm thinking about it. It's an option. Or because the granny square beanie is the same color as the bunny ears because I use the same yarn. So it's the same color. Or what? What's the or? Hold on. Let me look and see if it matches. Or do I make the granny square beanie? That kind of seems like a different purple. Kind of. But almost the same. No, it's a bit off. Okay, this here with this bunny ear. If I make the windows to the soul with a different color purple, could I add the bunny ears to the window of the soul? Or add the bunny ears. Here's the beanie, if you can see it. Do I add the bunny ears to the beanie? So those are options. Those are options. Okay. their options. No, I'm doing a lot of creating here, so I got I got one ear done. I'll need to do the next ear, and then I don't know, maybe put it all together after creating the next ear. So the bunny ears are either gonna go on the granny skirt beanie or the window to the soul hat, and that'll be a totally different purple, but it'll be the same orchard mist uh, multicolor. So those are the creative pieces there. I thought I'd be able to wait, where's my hook? Did I just drop my hook? I had my hook in my hand while I was talking, I think. What did I do with my hook? What did I do with my hook? What did I do with my hook? Fudgeroonie. And this is why crafters have more than one of things, because hey, one of them might drop. Okay. So now I gotta relocate that before making my top. I did have it in my hand. I had started to put my hooks in my hair so I would know where they were. So maybe I need to start back doing that. Like those chopsticks. I was putting my hooks in my hair like chopsticks. Are they called chopsticks? The hair sticks. The hair sticks? The bun sticks? I got a pair over there. And it don't be far. It don't be far where the hook drop either. It don't be far. It be right by you. It be right by you. Like how my grandma said. My grandma say if it was a snake, it would have bit you. I'm like, ooh, grandma. Um. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, so it'll return. I guess it was. Oh, here it is. It was under that black yarn that I had picked up. I had set it down to pick up the black yarn. Okay, it was right in front of me. Like, here I go. Here I am. All right. Anything else? I'm on your mark. Get set. Let's go for the creativities of the seasons and the reads. I am my perspective on book reading is shifting to, hey, so what? I didn't too much care for that read. um, I have mixed feelings about this book on the screen. Uh, I I don't know if you all finished reading it yet. I have finished reading it, and when I talk, I do like to express myself. Uh, how I am considerate though. At the moment, I would like to talk and express myself without being considerate though. I am considerate of spoileries, but I do like to express myself through spoileries. Um, I have mixed feelings about this. Okay, so spoiler alert. Go read your book and come back after you finish. Cause it could be a spoiler and it could not. You know, I don't be knowing. Um, sometimes. I could have done without. I could have done without the so-called. I I I I could have done without the so-called spice that's in this book. Like, is the act considered the spice? I you could have left that pepper off my plate because I would have liked the book better had it not gone all the way. Like, I've been like, okay, that's cool. That's what's up. They get the build. She got plenty around there for him to do for it to build into something and to allow him to contribute to her. And how do you say um um earn her versus what it was her proving to him uh uh that basically he was the prize instead of her being the prize. So I could have done without the whole body bumping scenes. Like, okay, the first one, okay, fine. But then the second and third, I was already done. I was like, oh, another chapter. Oh my God. Another chapter. I'm ready for this book to end. Another chapter. Oh my goodness, this person can write. But I was thinking that the first time when I was like, another chapter. Oh my goodness, this person is just writing. Another chapter. So I got mixed feelings. Like, I did like that they took responsibility for themselves. It's like this book went back and forth, and then forth and back, and then back and forth and back. Like, first it seemed like they was gonna be uh like the romantic sweep you off your feet, knight in shining armor, and then it flopped from that. Oh, and then excuse me, knight in shining armor, and then damsel in the, not necessarily damsel in distress, however, yes, damsel in distress, but at the same time creating herself anew. So that was the presentation, but then they like reverted back to their own self. So that's what I'm talking about with the flip flop. Okay, first we were introduced to them, but then as we got to know them, it seemed like, and I said this in another live stream, It seemed like they flip-flop, but they actually just reverted back to their original selves. So they were like changing at the beginning of the book, but then they reverted back to themselves, but then they're trying to make change. So like as we're learning them, as we're knowing more about them, we got to know them, and they did seem human. So I did like that about it. They didn't seem like a fairy tale. They seemed very human, and I might that might be what I like about it and what I don't like about it, uh, because it wasn't a fairy tale. To me, it wasn't a fairy tale. It seemed very human. That's exactly what I thought about it when I was reading the book. I was like, wow, these people seem like human beings. You gave me no escape. Like this seemed like a very real scenario. Not a romance fantasy. So I guess it's not in the genre of fantasy. It's in the genre of romance. But it could be in the genre of reality because I just was like I could have been. I mean, it could have stopped with them being perhaps building a friendship, or they could have just left each other alone and saw other people on the face of the planet. They weren't the only two people on the face of the planet. Um, so they could have went their own merry way. You know, they didn't have to. Um, collide like that. I mean, and then I was like, well, maybe they stars are written together. You know, maybe their planets are coming together. Uh, so yeah, let me know if this is fantasy for you. I don't think it's fantasy though. I could be getting my genres mixed up. It could just be romance, and I am new to the genre. I never knew that it was so many variations of romance. So I'm just coming into the fold as a newborn babe into this romance genre, and I'm reading as many books uh, to appreciate love all of the creators that thus the authors that have written that have added to the literary collection. All right. Even the character herself, she was like, what if this isn't what I want? What if this is too fast? So she was beginning to have those thoughts that she did need to question how things were going, how things were rolling, and who was looking out for her. This dude got a whole town looking out for him, and she the newbie to the town, and there was nobody looking out for her, and she started to look out for herself, which that's what she needed to go ahead and do because uh, to expect him to look out for her wasn't wasn't um, wasn't effective. He was not there to look out for her. He was only there to look out for himself, and it was wrapped in, oh, he falls fast. Oh, he's been hurt. Oops, I'm giving too much away. Okay, so this is my first book read of this series. Do I continue with the series? Yay or nay? Does it get different? Like, I need to look at the genre because maybe I don't know what I'm reading. It's under romance, but maybe it's under reality romance. Because when I think romance, yeah, I need to check. I need to check the genre because this could be correct, and I might have been looking for the wrong thing in this book if I was looking for something. Um, so it could be my interpretation of what it is that's presented as to why I didn't get it. I mean, the little cutesy things were cute, but they didn't have much to build on. And then what they did, the little baby steps that they did have to build on, it wasn't enough. But they made it enough because the author does, through the characters, reiterate those little baby steps at the beginning that that introduced them to each other. So it's a well-rounded book in that sense. It goes all the way around the cul-de-sac. So yeah, I wasn't ready for the reality. Now, this probably ain't nobody else's reality. I don't know. This could be fantasy for some people. This could be fantasy for some people. It could be reality. Let me know. Is it fantasy for you? Because that's what I was thinking too. I was like, just because I think it might be reality doesn't necessarily mean it's reality to other people. This could be fantasy to other people. So it's seemingly like all depends on your perspective, actually. I did read it. Now, last year, my motto was if I read it, if you wrote it, and I read it all the way through, I automatically gave 5 stars because I was like, you created it, hey, I read it, win-win, okay? And I was giving out 5 stars. This book right here, I'm having to rethink that motto, okay? This book can't get my 5 stars, okay? Maybe another book in the series down the line, but I'm gonna have to keep my 5 stars to myself with this one. The new year, new motto. How about that? This book really got me changing up my my rating system. This book might start another reading genre for me, and that's called. Let me see. I'm gonna come up with a name. But yeah, this might be. Hey, perhaps I didn't care all the way for the book, but I did read it. Okay, so that's a check in the box. And I don't know. Sometimes you might read a book that's like, man, but that's okay. Like it just could, it just adds to the books that you've read. Because I've been reading some good reads. Like, I've been enjoying them good reads. And then here's this one. that I read, and it's not my first book that I've read and didn't care for necessarily, and it might not be my last. That's why I'm considering on making or on maybe possibly building on that, and just maybe adding to those books, like that that could be a thing, that could be a thing, reading books that are maybe um conversational pieces, I guess. uh I'll think about that, like, because it does exist. It is a thing. They're amongst the books that we enjoy. I do see other readers reading books and recommending them, at the same time. Like, look, hey, I read it. Was it this for me? Was it that for me? You read it and you see what it is for you, type of thing. So yeah, that's what this book is. Like I said, like wow, I just read my first book to where I'm like, you know what? Perhaps you have a different opinion, because all the other books that I have presented, I'm just like, I sure would like you to like this just like I did, because that's why I present them, because I just know you gonna like it because I like them, but that might not even be the case, okay? So just because I like a book, or just because I don't, you know, you can have your own experience with books. Okay, so I am going to start this top. I am working with a 5 millimeter. Woo-hoo! And talking about working up a top, one, the other top that I made, 2, 3. I used a 6 or, oh Lord, I just lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, either a 6 or a 6.5. So I did want to go down to a smaller size. So maybe I'll use a 5 for the other top as well. I'm kind of pulling a little tight, so I might have to do this chain over again. I was pulling while I was talking, and I felt the difference in the tension, Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I did a lot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I got my books lined up. I got my crochet project lined up. I got my books lined up. Watching I don't have. Oh yeah, I got a few things lined up for watching, and I did mention it. And oh Lord, I was supposed to send this link to somebody. Hold on. I was supposed to send this link to my jeweler, Lord, when I went live. Let's see. I was supposed to share out the link, right? You know. Let me see. Share out the live. Thumbs up. Share out the live. Thumbs up. Let's see. How do I share? Turn my volume up, Lord, because I hope y'all been able to hear me. I just learned that I could do that, so I turn it up now. Share out the live. Sharing out the live. Boom, 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 boom. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Sharing out the live. Sharing out the live. Sharing out the live. Woo-hoo. Sharing out the live stream. Sharing out the live. Why it don't look like I'm live? And I'm sitting over here just talking and having fun. Okay, there go my live stream. Share it out the live. Share it out. Am I live, Lord? Somebody say something in the chat. Okay, I'm live. Thumbs up and subscribe. I'm steady sharing out live, y'all. I done been talking and sharing and talking. Okay. I'm almost there. With sharing. Gotta share out the live and thumbs it up, boys and girls. All right, I shared it out. I thought about it, and then I shared it out. I've been live, about to about to hop out live. About to hop off. How long I been on here? A whole hour. And I just thought to share out the live stream. Uh, so, oopsie doodle. I called it. Okay. So yeah, do share out the live. There's emojis and things to interact with. Thumbs up or thumbs down, your choice. All right. Sure. Let me see them thumb down. You don't like it? Put that thumb down. You like it? Put that thumb up. Okay. All right. So I got my books. I got my books fairly lined up. Fairly lined up. I may add some books. I'm thinking about adding a Stephen King book. I was about to add a Stephen King book, but I didn't think it was my judge. And he has added it's called Blaze, and he's added to someone else's story. So I was like, okay, that's how he get it. Okay, all right, get it. Hey, all right. So, hey, take somebody book and add to it. Get it. Okay. So I think it was said to be like an unfinished. So or no, it said that he was given. The author started it, but then gave it to Stephen King to finish. So I was like, okay. I almost thought that was gonna be on my list of books to read, but maybe not. But I may add a book of his, like a different book that's on my TBR. Hello there. Do we? Oh, that's me. That's me in the chat. Uh, I may add another book of his during this season. That's already on my TBR. I got a lot of books on my TBR of his, like Christine, It, uh, Sleep. What's it called? Sleep Doctor. I got a lot of his books on my TBR. So I got books. I got crochet projects and craft projects, yarn projects, um, ready to go for the season. Um, Shows and movies. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to start talking about. And then I remembered that I hadn't uh, shared out the live. Okay, so shows. Oh no, I don't think I have. Oh yeah, well I do have the show that's for the book club. That show, but yeah. So 3 movies I may be watching during the season is they're all witch movies. Worst Witch, because I did tell you all that I do enjoy Tim Curry's tambourine playing. I like that movie, uh, and I like Tim Curry's performance when he visits Cackle Academy. It is called Cackle Academy. And I just be so surprised when I realize that Miss Cackle is Miss Garrett from Give Me a Break? Is it No, Facts of Life. I think she in Give Me a Break too. Let me know. I just looked it up, but I don't know if I saw Give Me a Break. I saw Facts of Life. She's in Facts of Life. I just be so tickled pink. I be like, that's Miss Cackle. I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, well, I started watching. I'm taking my time with these movies. I did start the movie like the other day. I don't know exactly. Yeah, the other day. But I didn't finish it. I just watched a couple of minutes of it, and that's probably how I'm gonna do those movies. I'm just probably because I'm crafting, I'm crocheting, I'm reading, so I'm probably just gonna do bite size, uh, do bite sizes of those movies. Um, and that's the worst witch. So I only got 3 movies on my list of seasonal watches. The Worst Witch, The Witches, and The Witches. Both witches. The one with Olivia in it, I do not know her last name. And I think her first name is Olivia. But yeah, Ma. Okay, the one with Ma in it, that's on my list. And then the one with uh is that Miss Heartbroom in the Witches movie? That looked like Miss Heartbroom in both of the witches. The head witch, is that Miss Heartbroom? Let me know because this show looked like it. Uh and it looks like the head witch is the head witch in both movies. Let me know that too. So yeah, that's my list. I got 3 lists. Now, if you want recommendations, I got recommendations for days. Okay. I will not be watching my recommendations because I done already seen them 1,000 times. I done seen them a plenty times. So I can recommend you some great movie watches that I've enjoyed uh, in the previous seasonal years. Um, so I don't have a long list this year. I just got those 3 on my list. And so that's why I'm going with that. I hadn't seen anybody's list as either. Oh yeah, and Sinners is on that list as well. So I got Sinners, uh, The Worst Witch, The Witches, and The Witches. That's my list. I think that's a pretty great list. What do you say? What's your list? If you got a list, let me know. I hadn't heard of anybody's list, and I gotta watch Outnot's video of the Halloween themed blanket kit that she has. I hadn't watched that yet. I'm saying that here because I did bring it up that was on my list of videos to watch. I saw her thumbnail of a Halloween kit blanket, and she she got another kit in a previous year. Oh, but it might not have been Halloween themed, but it was very colorful, and I like that kit as well. So I'm gonna look closer, like I said, at this video, this newer video that I hadn't seen yet, to see what that looks like, because I'm really feeling the Halloween themed blankets. And I've already been like drawn to those colors and those colorful colors in a blanket anyway. So, yeah. So that's all on my to-dos and things coming up. I just started this. I might have to restart it. I don't know. Let's see. Because I went a bit taut when I was talking. So let me do that over. Because you don't want your starting chain to be so taut. So taut. So tight. You want it to be a little pliable so that you can work your hook in there as well as your work to be flat. If it's too tight, it'll curve. And because I'm working with a smaller hook, I have to be more mindful of that. This 5H hook, 8H. And the way the hook is made, it doesn't give me like a lot of wiggle room to make a bigger loop. Like my 5/5 furrows, my 5/5 furrows allows for a bigger loop because it increases down the neck. But I'm not using my 5/5. I'm using a 5, and it's a different brand at the moment. So, alrighty. All right. Good chat. Good chat, everyone. Good chat. Okay. It's been great. Also, I like the post that repeat crafter me. She has a lot of great posts, and one of them is the countdown to the holidays. So for each holiday, she has the number of days left till that holiday, and cro- a like craft item next to it, a completed craft item next to it, and her caption is the holidays is a crocheter's time to shine, something to that effect, and to crochet faster. So I had to take a deep breath because I'm like, crocheting faster is not my zhuzh. However, I do understand what you're saying. And I do enjoy the colorful posts that you share, and I can understand where you're coming from. A lot of people craft gifts and decorations and things of all kinds during, or actually before this time, but during this time, like winding up, like they usually like winding up from creating things since July or however, whenever they started. This is probably their like she said, crochet faster because it's like push time for anything that you need to get done, so that it can be done and prepared and presented during the holidays, right? So that's what she's saying. Okay. Kind of hot. So it kind of paints a visual of like Santa's workshop, right? Because Santa and his elves work throughout the year to have everything presented for the holiday, all the way up to the holiday, right? So they're working constantly, constantly and consistently to have everything prepared that for you know to present. Right. Okay. All right. So yeah, let me know the books you're enjoying. I'm glad I'm seeing the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It's real cute. The title is very cute. The book cover is beautiful. How it starts is promising. I enjoy all of that about the book. And it's even gotten me to think about reading some more books. So that is a plus. Yeah, let me know what books you're reading. Pumpkin Spice, what you're working on. I have enjoyed the beautiful things that I've been presented to work on and recommended, book wise, seasonal wise, and otherwise. Movies, what we got? We got movie shows and all of those. Okay. So you can, if you didn't get a chance to chat with me live, you can leave comments. And I didn't see any goodies in the chat, Lord. Oh my days. Let me get that candy bowl out. Because I don't, so that the goodies can be um, taken. Let's see. Glad I noticed that. Nobody told me that the goodie bowl wasn't out. Nobody told me that the cookies had been eaten and I need to make some more. Okay, so cookies are in the oven. The bowl should be out soon. Let's see. am checking on the candy bowl I've been talking about that I thought was in the chat. So I'm checking, I'm getting the candy all together to add the candy bowl to the chat. Okay, let me check and see. Hmm. Hmm. Do I have to wait? Is it a waiting thing? Or is it a automatic thing? Is it something I need to do? Hold on. Okay, let's see here. What is it that I need to do at this moment? Okay, everything looks like it should be a go. Maybe it's a waiting thing. I don't know if it comes down to like if I needed to check to see if the bowl was full of candy before the live stream, and if I had it would have been available, but yeah, so I'm, I, I was thinking like I could get the candy in the bowl and get the bowl in the chat now since I realized that it wasn't there. So I've done what I know to do for it to get there now. Now I'm just waiting for it to show up. Oops. I might not need to do that. If I do that, that might not get the candy in the bowl. Okay, so we're going to stay there. Have it simultaneously going. So I guess I'll keep checking to see if it's in the chat. I thought it was in the chat. It was in the chat. I don't know if it's been in the chat since I updated the candy bowl though. Okay, so while we're waiting on the candy bowl to fill up and show up, let me start on this project. So those are my spooky movies. Now, Christmas movies are on the table. Any type of like Hallmark Christmas movies, those are great watches. So when I do see one that I would like to watch, or two, or whatever, however many, I'll watch those as well. Another one that is a floater on my list, it's like no question. Um, The Last Holiday. Okay, so that's my full list.